Hello friends, this is Dr. Saurabh Patwardhan from Nandadip Eye Hospital and FECO Training Center, and in this video I'll be speaking about few different things, something about CCC and also the technique of mechanical chop, which I have already shown in some of my earlier videos, but I think this is a good technique to have. So let's start with the case. So this is a case where I want to take a the incision on the steep axis, which is at around 140 degrees. So I marked it and then taken the incision on that axis, and the CCC is going very well here. I am following the rule of center of triangle. You can watch my video on center of triangle rule, which is very useful for doing a good CCC. Now just watch here. At this particular point, by mistake, I moved the cystitome outward rather than going inward, and as you can see, the CCC edge followed it outside, but I could take it inside by just pulling it in, because it was not into the zonules yet, and that was done fine, but there was kind of a out pouch of the CCC. Now for the nuclear division, I am going to do a mechanical chop. So before that, I am going to remove the anti-epinucleus so that with the Sinskey I can go around the equator of the nucleus. As you can see here, I am using a 1.25 mm Sinskey, and you can see it just slices the nucleus till the phaco tip. I am not using any phaco energy here, just using the mechanical division. You can see it goes around the equator, which is important to achieve that depth, and then as it comes towards the phaco tip, it will just split the nucleus into parts. So at this point there is no aspiration going on, no phaco energy being delivered, no fluid coming in or going out. So when there is no fluid movement, you always feel that you have the anterior chamber under your control. And once the pre-slicing has been made, you just have to keep the phaco tip at the center and just start emulsifying these pieces. So you can use simple 1.25 mm Sinskey. It doesn't have any sharp end, so your posterior capsule is quite safe. The most important part of this is to go around the equator of the nucleus. If you don't go deep, then the mechanical division will not occur. This is the end of the cortex aspiration, you can see, and now you can see better that the capsular axis, though it is overall size is okay, but on one side, because of that wrong stroke done, it's slightly larger in size. So what I am going to do here is that I am going to rotate this IOL towards that area, so that you know where the haptics are. Usually the size of the optic is little larger, so this particular area of larger capsular axis can be negotiated here, and it will not go beyond the edge of the IOL when you are placing the haptic side towards that. So that will prevent the tilt which might be expected, though of course the tilt is expected when the CCC size is too large and more than 4 clock hours of the IOL is not being overlapped by the CCC edge. So I think that is something we have to avoid, though it is best to have perfectly centered round axis in all cases, but we know that it's not achievable all the time, and also it doesn't matter that much clinically in all cases. Thank you so much for watching. For more such videos, do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also you can submit videos to our website phacotraining.org.in for review and publication. Thank you.